We present the news summary. Good evening. The announcement was made yesterday. The Minister for Finance, Maurice Lustulalan, said that clients who have taken out a loan from the HFC, the Housing Finance Company, will benefit from a 25% reduction starting this month for a period of 16 months. The CEO of the HFC, Ronnie Palmy, confirmed the decision today, a decision taken to help clients during the economic difficulties due to COVID-19. Mr. Palmy said the company has recorded only 5% of late payments and that the decision would not affect the finances of HFC.
HFC will not be affected adversely because government will be refunding the 25% concession on the repayment of loan back to HFC. So HFC will still collect the same amount of monthly collection, but 75% will be on the beneficiary part and 25% will be government will be back to HFC. We were consulted before this decision was taken, and we agreed on the formula how to go about doing it. And since it would have been unsustainable for HFC to just give a discount of 25% on the loan, government accepted to refund the HFC the 25%.
The Department of Health met with its partners that have made contributions in response to combating COVID-19 in a ceremony at the Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan Diagnostic Center this afternoon. The Director for Customer Experience, George Dauphin from Kibben Wallace, together with the chairperson of the Disaster Relief Fund, Lekanaye, made a donation of a PCR machine to the Health Department. The PCR machine cost $288,000 or 4.7 million rupees. Kibben Wireless contributed 2.1 million rupees, whereas the Disaster Relief Fund contributed 2.6 million rupees.
This donation demonstrates NDRF's commitment to supporting our country's efforts to respond effectively to the COVID-19 pandemic. In times of national emergency, such as the case with this pandemic, it is important that there is one clear route for people to give financial support if and when they want to, and for that money to get where it is needed without delay. This is exactly what NDRF was set up to do. With the health authorities overwhelmed with offers of assistance in various forms from businesses and individuals keen to support, NDRF stepped in to provide the single collection point for financial donations from the public and distribute this assistance as rapidly as possible in the form of goods and services required to combat COVID-19.
The Seychelles Tourism Board expects a lot less tourists this year compared to last year because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The board says emphasis is on the safety and security of visitors and the public. Since January, the number of visitors to Seychelles stand at 91,000. During the whole of last year, 240,000 visitors came to our shores. During the first 2 weeks of August, 1,754 visitors arrived on scheduled flights and private planes. 65% were from the United Arab Emirates, 6% from France, and 3% from Italy.
There's a lot of uncertainty in the travel industry right now, restricting travel, and so in terms of booking, we are seeing it's very slow compared to the normal time. But at least the trend is showing it's showing positive. At least for the countries which are open, it's showing positive. But hopefully, if things do improve globally, we hope that we can see an improvement in the performance. And for the clientele directly, the visitors, we are using a lot of virtual mediums because we know this is one of the most effective way for the moment of reaching the visitors. Other form of marketing that traditionally we are used to. This we are evaluating on a case-by-case basis if it merits our participation, and if it's cost effective, and if we will get the intended outcome or output from the event. So we have to do a thorough evaluation before we engage in those activities, but it's on a case-by-case basis.
The Department of Social Affairs will be inspecting all 4 children's homes on May to ensure the standards approved by both parties are being implemented. The Cabinet approved to have these homes monitored and inspected earlier this week to ensure the children are kept safe.
Cabinet approved the policy to have a legal framework as a regulation to the Children's Act for the standard in a children's care home, the monitoring and inspection framework. So this framework will allow inspections and the monitoring of the homes, especially the standards that has been approved last year, that are being implemented in the home to ensure safety of the children, so that they are cared for in an environment where they are nurtured, they are loved, and they are protected from any form of abuse.
The Cabinet also approved the vetting of every person working with children. This applies to all governmental and non-governmental organizations.
This, in essence, is another positive action that we are taking as government to ensure that we strengthen the child protection system, because we need to ensure that people who work with children, they do so because they love children, they can protect their children, and do not use their position working with children to abuse children. So in a nutshell, this will be something that will be for any employers in the future, to ensure that this check is done on potential future employees.
This was the news summary. Thank you for your attention.